Today is the first day of our road trip down the west coast of the US, which is one of the most iconic road trip destinations in the world and part of our journey of driving from Alaska to Argentina.
Welcome to the Oregon coast. I mean, just look at this view. This is how we wake up in the morning. Not too bad, eh? Alright, and we're off. Our West Coast road trip starts.
Whoop whoop! Super stoked. This is my first time in the lower 48. Over the next few days, we are going on a scenic adventure driving along the Oregon coast. We have a bunch of cool stops planned. We're gonna try some local foods, discover one of the most beautiful wild camping spots that we've ever parked our van at. And tomorrow we have something special planned that you're really going to enjoy. Our first stop is one recommended by a local because you can spot some very surprising wildlife here. Oh my god, guys, I can actually hear the seals. Like right getting out of the car, I can hear them. I can't even see them yet. Wow. Look at this stunning stretch of coastline here. I'm so excited.
You can see them on the rocks over there. And there's loads of them. They're big, they're huge. There's 4 different species of sea lions and seals here, but you also have the northern elephant seal, which are massive.
Cool thing is, I mean, there are at least 100 seals and sea lions here. You can just see them out there on the rocks. They're all chilling and all or I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever had a spot better than this to make breakfast. I got a view of Shell Island with all the seals over there, and I can hear them frying up a few apples here. I love fried apples. Just gonna add some fresh cinnamon to it. And then it does sprinkle of sugar to caramelize a bit. Okay, Kim, now turn the camera away so I can add more sugar. Some oats. Some yogurt. Then add the nicely caramelized apples. A little bit of black chocolate. A sprinkle of coconut flakes.
Oh, look at how the chocolate melts into the yogurt. That's some good stuff.
I'm really excited about the rest of this day. We're now gonna head south down the coast. We're now heading to Cape Blanco State Park. Also supposed to have really beautiful views. You can walk on the beach there a bit.
Trying to squeeze out a lime. This is basically what we drink whenever we don't have normal water. This is a new bottle. And then we get lemonade.
Lemonade, our healthy version of lemonade.
I had expected it to be super rainy, and it's not. It's blue skies. It's some of the best weather we've had in weeks, and it's on the Oregon coast. There is one thing that really surprised us about the Pacific coast of Oregon. The Pacific coastline of the Americas is more than 20,000 kilometers or 12,000 miles long and runs all the way from Alaska to Argentina along much of the route that we're going to be driving in our van over the course of the next many months, as we attempt to go all the way south to the end of the world in Argentina. Coming here in advance, we knew this was a very rugged stretch of coast, but what we did not know was that even on a sunny day like this in Oregon, the winds in certain spots are stronger and more powerful than any wind we have ever experienced. I'm scared to let go of the door. Is how windy this is. Ever.
Kim's really struggling with her jacket. Look at my hair. Sucked out of the car. Ricky!
Insane! So why are we here in this very windswept little corner of the Pacific coast? Well, we want to see the oldest lighthouse in Oregon. You can actually go up the lighthouse here, which we're gonna do. We always think there's something kind of magical about being able to go to the top of a lighthouse, admire the views. That is, if you can get there. So as it turns out, you're no longer allowed to go up in the lighthouse. You can go in, but you can't go up. But I have this.
Kim is armed and dangerous.
So we kind of still got to see the top, sort of. Apparently, these winds we're having today is nothing.
This is light wind. He said today you get up to gusts up to about 25 miles per hour. He said 10 days ago it was 50 miles per hour sustained winds and then gusts up to 60, 65.
So I mean, this is peachy. This is perfect. One of our favorite parts of any road trip is getting to taste the local food. And Oregon is very famous for fish and seafood. So that is why we came to this local fish restaurant.
Look at all sorts of tasty things. How good does this look? Look at this clam chowder. Clam chowder in sourdough bread. I mean, look at this. The whole bread is filled with clam chowder. There's clam chowder around here. Oh my god. Oh, it's nice and creamy, fishy.
Clam chowder is basically like a very thick, creamy fish soup. And the best part about getting it in a bread like this is that the bowl is edible too. And let's not forget about the salad. There's also a salad.
Nobody really cares about the salad, Kim.
This is true.
Best invention ever. Almost best invention.
Van life isn't always fun and games though. We have a really fun day planned for tomorrow, but unfortunately that means that there are a few crappy jobs that first need to be done today.
So we're now in Port Orford, small little town off the Oregon coast. We're at this Chevron gas station and they have a spot where you can empty your toilet.
It requires good aim too, which we don't always have. Why are we holding this broken fishing rod?
I broke the tip, but I now use it to poke open the whole bit of the grey water tank because there's like a lot of dirt that accumulated and sometimes it gets stuck, so I need to poke it a bit. It's not working.
It's a very sophisticated system. Good morning, guys. So there is one thing, actually, before we get into this day and into something that we're super excited about, that we just want to address, which is the fact that a lot of you watching this video and the last one probably think we're going at a killer pace through the US, and I can already hear some of the comments saying, are you not going to spend any more in Washington than a couple days and any more in Oregon than just a couple days? We have been moving a little bit faster than usual, but that's actually for a very good reason. Don't worry, we're gonna see a lot of the US, but for a specific reason that I'm gonna come back to later on in this video, we're gonna do it in a bit of a different order than you might expect, but I'll tell you all about why that is in a little bit. First though, there is something, a kind of Oregonese, or what is the word for Oregon? A kind of adventure that's actually very typical for Oregon, but that I don't think a lot of tourists ever get to do.
We are now at the docks here in Port Orford. We stayed here last night, and actually one of the things that Oregon is apparently famous for is crabbing. They have Dungeness crabs, which are super tasty, or at least what we found.
We're gonna fix ourselves a fancy dinner.
And this is a device that allows you to catch crabs. One of the commercial fishermen here said off the end of the dock it's better for crabbing, so let's head there. People here are so nice. Hey guys.
Hi. Oh, can I just...
Gonna shove it in here and close that little door, and that's it. This will attract the crabs and we'll catch them.
So do I just drop it?
Yeah, just drop it slowly to be sure. You look out for the tip and it starts wiggling a bit. They call it the crab dance. When the crab's eating the bait, you pull up, and then the idea is to get the legs snagged into the device that we have.
So I think I see the tip of mine moving a little bit.
I think you just need to yank it in.
No?
No, it's empty.
Honestly, we had our doubts if this system of crabbing was even going to work because people were catching crabs all around us, but we weren't catching anything. Our neighbors were using these big crabbing pots, which is how it's usually done. But since we live in our van and we don't have a lot of storage, the only way we could even try out crabbing was with these small hand-sized snares that we bought. We had no idea what we were doing, and we were not convinced that we would catch anything at all this way.
Is there one on?
Fighting myself at this point.
You'd have a bit of luck because you need to really get stuck in those snares.
We got to talking with the dad and the two kids who were right next to us on the dock, and they were kind enough even to give us 2 of their crabs in case we couldn't catch any for ourselves. So these kind people gave us a crab, and the crab immediately proceeded to...
Oh, he's... Darn!
Sometimes in Oregon, the crab catches you. He's stuck in his hand. Does it hurt?
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. I can't believe that. I can't think.
Bad crab, bad crab.
Wait, no, it's okay.
You want me to kill it?
No, it'll just...
Scissors? You're learning a valuable lesson.
You okay? Yeah, I'm good. So, keep your hands out of the scissors of the crab.
The family next to us was so incredibly kind. Not only did they give us a few of their crabs and help us out when the crab attempted to kill Naick, they also wanted to help us catch some crabs of our own. They had this big bait cooler with fresh tuna, a favorite for crabs apparently, so they offered to share their bait with us. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Alright. Gonna put a nice piece of tasty tuna in here.
We also got to talking with the neighbor on the other side who told us he was catching pretty well with chicken. Yes, chicken apparently catches crabs, and he wanted to cut some up for us so that we could try it too.
I recommend a piece of thigh.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's more oilier.
Oh, the thigh, okay. Even without catching any crabs, this day was already so much fun. Because these random strangers were just so incredibly welcoming and helpful and open.
I can feel them nibbling. I'm gonna... Ooh, oh.
You think you got it?
Yeah, we have one. Yeah. Is it a male? Yeah.
There you go, that's how you're supposed to snag them. You see?
This is a male now. This is 5 3/4.
Yeah, it's big.
It's a keeper.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Woohoo!
Got our first crab.
Now I'm gonna need a bucket for these 2 crabs. 1,
2.
2.
I can see. Oh, this is heavy. This is heavy.
That tuna is like magic. Oh! Lost it.
Alright, just yank it. Oh. Yeah, that is a nice one. Okay, yeah. This is a bigger one.
A big one.
Kim always outfishes me. I'm not putting my fingers in the danger zone again.
Okay, so we caught a couple. We got a couple too that were too small that we had to throw back. Good luck, little one.
Yeah, the bucket's getting too small.
And he's gonna get out of there. He's going. They're fighting each other. No, stop it. Stop it, Nate, help.
Is there a Walmart bag? Okay, just chuck Jeffrey in here.
Okay, Jeffrey.
There we go.
Enjoy your trip.
Bye-bye, thanks so much.
Happy travel.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Now, I think it's time for some dinner.
So we're gonna put Joseph and the other crabs in the shower for a little bit. And then we're gonna look for a nice spot to cook them up. I love making our own adventures.
This is just amazing.
This
is probably my favorite part. Having fun, making our own adventures, living life, catching our own dinner.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yours are just epic. Alright, parked up.
Let's go check out the beach.
Let's go and check out this view. Wow, just look at this beach, guys. Isn't this beautiful?
It's stunning.
It's like a little paradise or something. Let's head back up to Vinny over there. You can see him on the top there of the dune. and start cooking those crabs.
Alright, Joseph, no more funny business in here. Everyone still in here? Yeah, we're good.
We're gonna cut quickly a few potatoes and fry them up in a pan just to go with them as a side dish. Alright, potatoes are frying up. Let's get started on the crab. Take a pot, a really big pot. Well, this is the biggest one we have, so I'll have to make do with this. I have some celery here, a few pieces of carrot in here, a good squeeze of lime in there. Oh yeah. We're doing Cajun style Louisiana. And a bunch of chili. And then we're going to use these Cajun spices. Good chunk of wine, maybe like a third or a fourth of a bottle. I always buy like a nice bottle of wine to do this, even if I use it for cooking, because when I use it for cooking, we can just drink the rest. Alright, time to put these babies in the hot tub.
Sometimes to me it's hard to put to words the exact reasons why after 4 years of traveling full-time we still haven't gotten sick of it yet, but days like today to me are a perfect example of why we're doing this big trip in our van, why we want to drive from Alaska to Argentina, why we just love van life is because of the freedom that it gives us. The freedom to just spend so much time together making our own adventures and having fun and getting to meet new and interesting people along the way who oftentimes just make you feel like even though you just got to a new place, you feel a little bit at home because they're so kind and open-hearted. I realize that being free doesn't mean the exact same thing to everybody, but to me, days like today, these are the days, the memories that I'm never ever going to forget. How good does this look though? I mean, doesn't that just look amazing?
This is actually, hands down, the best crab I've ever had. No, seriously. Without doubt.
It's very fresh.
This is amazing.
So today we're gonna drive all the way down to California. Now you might be thinking, what? Are you not spending more time in Oregon? A couple weeks ago we won a ticket to a very, very high profile YouTube conference in Los Angeles, which is tomorrow actually. It's $1,000 ticket normally to VidSummit.
And we want a ticket.
We want a ticket. We can go for free, otherwise we would never ever be able to go. So we've had to move up our timing a little bit. This is actually a beautiful spot we're in right now. We're now in Redwood State Park. These trees are so beautiful, and the fog is making it even more magical. Like the way the light hits
it's really sunny and it's foggy at the same time, so you've got these patches of fog and the sun shining through. Wow,
absolutely incredible. But so anyway, we're gonna rush down to LA today. It's still a 12-hour drive, and then after VidSummit we're gonna drive back up the coast of California and do all the things that we missed on the way down and do a big loop of California and Utah. Little did we know, winning that ticket was only the beginning of a very lucky streak for us. We spent an entire day and part of the next day too driving across the state of California to reach Los Angeles and got there just in time for the event. Alright guys, we are here. I'm at VidSummit with my free ticket. How dope is that? We went to lots of presentations learning cool stuff about YouTube and met a ton of interesting people there. And then in the evening there was a Uno tournament, as in Uno the card game, which we hadn't played in years. Over 300 people participated in the tournament, but I got very lucky and won every game I played that evening. Game after game after game. I made it all the way into the last round, the grand finale. At that point, everyone in the room was watching the finale, the last game of the tournament, and I kind of felt like a noob playing a high-stakes poker game in Vegas or something. I hadn't played this game since I was a kid, but by some miracle, I won the final round and therefore the tournament and got the biggest cash prize of all. This is fake money, but this is what I won. Like, these are fake $100 bills, but I won all this money. Like, I won $10,000. I still can't believe it. I just won $10,000 on an event I wasn't even supposed to attend. I didn't have to cry until we actually got back to the van. We're in the parking lot of the event because we couldn't afford to go to the hotel, which is $250 a night. See that right there? That's the airport parking lot. And again, this is fake money. Please, nobody in this random parking lot of the Sheraton Hotel, please no one rob me.
It even says, in props we trust instead of in God we trust.
So we think it would be a nice idea to use a part of this money to support people in need, just to pay it forward a little bit. We're probably gonna be in the US for Thanksgiving, so we're probably gonna do something with it by then. If you have any ideas, do let us know in the comments and join us for the next video where we're gonna show you LA, and then after that, dive not south for once, but actually back north up the coast because we have some stuff to see in California. The best tuna player in all the country is out. See you in the next video. Bye bye.